If you ever find yourself traveling at night, and you see lights ahead on a road you know is empty, do not stop. Do not greet anyone, and whatever you do, do not stay until morning. Because some villages are not meant to exist in daylight. The road between Kitala and Mambolio is long, quiet, and feared. During the day, it is nothing but dust, acacia trees, and a deep, unnerving silence. There are no huts, no wells, no signs of life. But elders warn travelers, if night catches you on that road, keep walking. 3 traders ignored this warning. They were returning from the market late, their donkey exhausted, their feet swollen and aching. Midnight crept in quietly, no wind, no insects, no stars. The world felt hollow. Then they saw it. Lights, warm, golden fires flickering in the distance. A village, where no village had ever been. As they drew closer, a sense of relief washed over them. The huts were round and clean. Smoke rose gently from cooking fires, carrying the scent of a familiar stew. Children laughed softly in the distance. Drums beat slowly, a little too slowly, a rhythm that didn't quite match a celebration. The villagers smiled, but their smiles didn't reach their eyes. They were wide and welcoming, but held a strange emptiness. "Welcome," an old woman said, her voice like dry leaves rustling. "You are safe here. Rest your weary bodies." The traders, tired beyond reason, felt the last of their caution melt away. Food was placed before them, hot, delicious, and deeply satisfying. But as they ate, a subtle wrongness began to prick at their senses. No dogs barked a greeting or a warning. No chickens scratched in the dirt. And when one trader, feeling brave, asked what the village was called, the villagers went silent. The drumming stopped. The children's laughter faded. An elder, his face a mask of wrinkles, finally spoke. "You may stay," he said, his voice low and gravelly. "But leave before the rooster crows." The traders looked at each other and laughed, the sound jarring in the sudden quiet. "There's no rooster here, old man," one of them said. The elder's face hardened. "There will be." As the night deepened, the village began to change. The drums started again, first growing louder, pulsing with frantic energy, then softening to a near-silent beat, then stopping completely. The silence that followed was heavier than before. The villagers just stared, not blinking, not moving. Their welcoming smiles had frozen into unnerving, fixed expressions. One trader, the most observant of the 3, noticed something terrifying. The fires, which had seemed so warm and inviting, cast no shadows. Their own bodies were shadowless. He whispered to his friends, his voice trembling, "We have to leave. Something is wrong here." But the food had made them heavy, their limbs leaden. Their eyes burned with a supernatural sleepiness. One trader lay down, his protests lost in a deep sigh. Another followed, curling up by the dying fire. The third, driven by a growing dread, forced himself to stay awake. And then he heard it, footsteps, circling the hut where they lay. Slow, bare, dragging. He risked a peek outside. The villagers were standing in a circle around them, closer than before, smiling their empty smiles, waiting. Suddenly a rooster crowed. The sound was not natural. It sliced through the night like a blade, sharp and terrifying. The awake trader screamed, shaking his friends. "We must go, now." The elder appeared before them, his form shifting and wavering. His voice was no longer human, but a chorus of whispers. "Not all who enter may leave." The ground began to shake. The huts flickered like dying flames, their structures dissolving into smoke. The villagers' faces stretched, their mouths opening into silent, dark voids. The trader grabbed his friends and ran. He pulled them, dragged them, forcing their heavy limbs to move. Behind them, the village collapsed inward, melting into thick fog, cold ash, and a final, deafening silence. They did not look back. They just ran until their lungs burned and the first light of dawn touched the horizon. When the sun rose, the traders collapsed on the road. The awake one turned to look behind them. There was nothing. No huts, no fires, no footprints but their own. Only dust and acacia trees. But scattered on the ground were pieces of broken pottery. And one extra set of sandals lying empty on the road. One trader was missing. Villagers from Kitala searched the road for days. They found him a week later, standing upright in the middle of the empty stretch of land. His eyes were wide open. His skin was cold to the touch. His mouth was stretched in a silent, unending scream. He was not stone. He was not alive. And when night fell on the search party, he was gone. The elders say the midnight village feeds on travelers who forget their way. It appears only to the tired, the desperate, the proud who think they know the roads better than the spirits who own them. Some who escape its grasp carry strange dreams for the rest of their lives. Others wake up missing hours, even days, and some never truly return, leaving a piece of their soul behind. So if you ever see lights where none should be, if drums call to you from the dark, remember this story. And keep walking. Because not every village belongs to the living. Some are just waiting for you. Thanks for watching.